So I was going to ask you. Oh, damn, what was I going to ask you? What was he talking about? And I said, you're going to save it for the pod. None of y'all remember?
I smoke weed.
We just had this conversation like 2 minutes ago.
I smoke weed.
We was talking about something. And I was going to ask you if you ever did something or something. God damn it.
I feel like it was sexual.
Yeah.
Of course it was sexual. It was
Probably.
weird.
We'll let the intro rock and then we'll try to remember it and shit.
Be cool, baby, okay?
I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world, and that's our job.
What up, DMV? We getting money, whole time, fucking bitches, whole time, rapping DC, whole time, we getting money, whole time, fucking bitches, whole time, rapping DC, whole time, whole time, whole time, whole time, doing this, whole time, whole time, whole time, doing this, whole time, whole time, whole time, doing this, whole time, man, you're back, whole time, doing this, whole time.
Like a Tribe Called Quest. You say the whole thing.
Welcome to a pod named Kickback. It's like a Tribe Called Quest. You say the whole thing.
Also known as the Black CNN, and the revolution
Will be televised. I'm no breaks, no the righteous ratchet. If you throw it, I'll catch it. If you got it, I'll match it. Every Monday. We right back at it. I am the Black Savage, the Magneto of my people.
What up, y'all? It's your girl Melanie Dion, also known as I Am So Mellow, the Queen of Creeps, the Brick of Men, also known as the Conscious Creep, here for another week.
Straight to the point, J Lew, we here. Good to see y'all. Let's get it.
J Lew, what it do?
All right, do we remember yet?
Nope.
Damn.
I smoke weed, man. I don't even.
What was we just talking about before we started the pod? Was it about girls coming over, talking to girls on the phone? Or the first time, tipping. I just want to put a tip in.
What are some of the, like, how do you get?
How you start, how you get pussy when you're young. What's the most famous, legendary question you ask a girl to get the pussy, but it has nothing to do with pussy? We've all said it, and Mel has heard it. I believe Mel probably used it on a girl too.
The massage?
The massage. You want a massage? The massage. Can I give you a massage? You want a massage? You just be up there.
And that shit works.
Everything. It looked like them little erotic massages. That's how my shit used to be. I'm like,
That's what you do. Like, you get to a certain point, like, she gonna say no. She don't say no at this point. I gotta.
Yeah, when they don't touch your hand, when they don't grab your hand, or they do that little raise up, like, you helping me take these motherfuckers up? I'm gonna get some pussy tonight. As soon as we turn off the lights.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna get some pussy tonight. As soon as we turn off the lights. I don't use the can I give you a massage on no more. I just feel like
adults don't do it now.
I gave him a look. I put on my Barry White joint, say some little shit, say some shit, and if they give me like a boy, shut up. No, I'm sorry, I'll say something else. But if they give me like, you better stop. You better stop means we're fucking.
Yeah.
You better stop. You trouble.
Stop.
Man, I've been called. I never thought this would be a thing that would mean like I'm definitely give you some pussy. But girls would be like, you a hoe. I'm like, oh, you want to fuck me? That's what that mean. That's what that mean.
We gonna have it a time.
Oh yeah. You done ran through it in your mind. Like, nigga, you a hoe.
Like, I just want to try it out.
Yep.
Just a sample.
Man, Kickback, what y'all say? Hit us in the comment section on YouTube and let us know, or on Spotify and Apple. Let us know how you used to get the draws. Get the draws, dog.
Oh my God.
Got the draws, dog. You know how I got them? Because I'm a savage.
I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get!
And you guys, this week on YouTube, you get to see the damn roadcast to see us pushing these buttons and shit. Normally, you just see the top of our hands doing something. Now you can actually see the Johnson Majigama Thingamabobum. And let's go ahead and get started, man. Shout out to our sponsors, Mo's Marvelous Cleaning. Cut her up. She will come clean your house, your apartment, your office, your daycare, your side chick house. Hit up Mo's Marvelous Cleaning. Use code Kickback. I'm just saying, use code Kickback because you get 10% off your next cleaning. Shout out to mysexroom.net. Shout out Keiysha.
What up, Keiysha?
For all your sex toy needs, you want to try that new rose.
What's some sexy lingerie?
You want to try the wand. You want some sexy lingerie in plus sizes as well. Hit up Keiysha for that. And if with insurance, hit up J Lew for life. Hit me up for auto, home, and that's about that, right? That's that on that. All right, how low of the week?
J Lew, go first.
Hello. This is my week, you know what I'm saying? First week solely with my daughter, so we had a great time. Like, you know what I'm saying? This whole weekend.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I'm involved. I've had plenty of weekends, but this weekend we went to movies, indoor playground, swimming pool, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we legit had a good time. Workout, I was able to get my full workouts in, you know what I'm saying, during the week. Right after I dropped her off, just coming with the schedule. Like, now I can't work late, so it's like I kind of learning how to compact as much as possible in a certain time frame. But yeah, for the most part, overall, good week.
Okay, sound good.
I too had a good week. I got in a couple of good workouts this week. I booked my flight to Puerto Rico this week. I'm really excited.
I booked my flight too. Can't wait to get out there with all your friends.
I ordered some new bathing suits and sundresses for my trip to Puerto Rico.
Me too.
You ordered sundresses?
Oh, bathing suits.
Oh, okay.
I wore sun pants.
I also had a very interesting dating week because I had a conversation with somebody that was long past due, and it was good to hear what I needed to hear from that person. So yeah, and then I finally got my garden shit up. Shout out to the niggas who cut my grass.
Okay.
Because they really came through to help me yesterday. I mean, I was getting my grass cut anyway, so I was like, hey, can you help me? And the guy, he like helped me out. And then he asked about the podcast.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, you remembered that.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Got my eye on you, sir. But I sent him a link, so maybe he'll tune in.
That's what's bad. If you tune in, what up?
What's up?
My high of the week, I got back on track with my it's about money. Back on track with my commission goals. So you get back on track with that. You start projecting up the next 7 days of the month, 7 work days. I should be able to hit my number, and it's always a good thing. You always want to hit your number. So getting back on that was my high, because I had the week prior to had a little dip, but I made up for that dip. You know what I'm saying? It's like you go up and down, up and down, up and down until she come. Until she come, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Down. So you do the circles. You do the circles in your pillow, bring come over the clit, and then all right, whatever. So my low, it's my low mainly because of y'all two.
Oh Lord, here you go.
I'm working out. I ain't get my days in like I should have.
That's on you.
Son, he go ghost in the chat room. I didn't want to say that. I'm always
quiet as shit though.
They were like, "Oh, that's what's up." He's like, "You know, he ain't doing that."
He ain't did.
They just start liking shit. New ain't never had a loss for work.
What kind of working out though? He gonna shut up.
That's what's up.
That's it.
So yeah, all right. So this week, I promise kickbackers. When we come back here on Sunday and you hear it on next Monday, I would have had at least 4 days of working out.
Oh, I'm down 4 pounds
minimum.
this week.
Oh, that's what's
I'm
up.
probably down 0.5 pound. Like a half pound, something like that. I took a shit, so.
Shit, we can link up. You know, I got the plan finished. I got the jump that 2 people go in that jump.
That's true. What time? And what location?
It's any location. I paid up, so I can go in any
Okay.
location. Yeah, we can go in the middle. It's good.
That's a better. That'd be good motivation.
Yeah.
Get my black ass up. Or I'll put myself in a curfew too. Staying up till 2, 3 in the morning, trying to get up at 6 to work out. Just down. Some kind of way it don't. I don't know why it doesn't work, but it doesn't. So.
What you doing at 2 or 3 in the morning?
Truly, you have a dizzying intellect.
Oh, what am I doing at that time in the morning?
I don't know.
Okay, so where do I hello? My left stroke just went viral. Our viral stories of the week all deal with like celebrity death matches. I don't know what the fuck this shit is. Like everybody arguing and beefing and talking shit, and it's y'all got celebrities. Y'all gotta relax. Y'all have got to relax. Starring with Lil Wayne and Marc Cuban,
which is by far the dumbest of the two. Like Wayne, why are you in your feelings about a basketball game?
Wayne took it too serious. Like everybody do it, they play around when with the other team a little bit. Yeah, Wayne like took it real serious.
Yeah,
like,
right.
He told Skip he took it that way because the picture also had his son in it. So when the fans are talking shit to Wayne, you're talking shit to his son too.
Okay.
I don't know. That's what he told Skip.
I would say this. I didn't know
Reaching.
Some people just try to justify when they did something fucked up instead of accepting responsibility. Like,
That's true too.
I was in my feelings about the fucking game. Maybe I shouldn't have, but I did. You know what I'm saying? See him shake it up later. So
Yeah,
that was cool.
the last game Dallas played in Dallas, Marc Cuban had Wayne come to the game, and then he talked to Wayne's son, and then Wayne was on the phone, and Marc Cuban tried to shake his hand. He was like this, yeah.
Ooh,
I'm just like,
salty.
really, Wayne? The man that invited you to his arena, sat you courtside with your son.
Marky was a billionaire.
Trying to do the photo op thing, to make it look good thing, and you on the phone, like, yeah. I ain't like that, but
That's the reason I don't put him on my top list, though.
But see, you got to take these emotions out of
Fuck
your
that.
decisions, man. What does he do lyrically? That's all that matters. Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie.
Mark Cuban's a billionaire.
Yeah, that's just
Man, he been hanging with Kanye and Jay-Z. He used
Mark
to be in
Cuban's
this.
cool as fuck.
Seriously.
Out of the billionaire tribe that's not black, Mark Cuban is definitely in the cool kids club.
Do you know all the sexual assault and abuse cases against women in this organization?
Oh, I didn't know
He's
that.
let go by
But
all the
are
time.
they by him or like
They're
against
by
him?
all of his higher ups, and he refused to make any of them step down.
Oh,
They had a
that's
whole
terrible.
investigation and the whole lot of
He'd
shit.
still be cool though. Mark Cuban has a different swag about himself. You know?
Like R. Kelly type sweat?
No.
I'm just saying, like,
No.
you're forgiving this this predatory environment
But Mark Cuban's not the predator himself that we know of.
that we know of, but predatory
R.
environment
Kelly though
that he
is
refused to
peeing
clean
on
up
girls,
until
so.
the articles came out. He still didn't clean it up all the way. There's still a lot of women suing and shit. Like we told you, these niggas is grabbing our butts and shit.
I'm not surprised by
You ain't do nothing.
any sort of allegations against any man who has a lot of power. Not at all. Any of them.
I'm not surprised about the allegations. I'm surprised when they're true.
I'm not.
Women accuse broke niggas of doing shit. So
And you think rich niggas don't do shit?
no, I'm
Niggas
saying
with actual power?
I'm saying that. Well, me and Rich having power, two different things. I'm not rich. I got a lot of power.
But rich niggas do be having power.
Yeah, their power come from their money. My
Yeah.
power come from
And that power will make you shut the fuck up
conversation.
and accept a lot of things.
Conversation. That conversation make you shut the fuck up. This yeah, a lot of things
Yeah,
too. Yeah. Pause.
So my point being, you think you being a broke nigga, like you think rich niggas ain't doing the same shit if not worse?
No, I ain't said that's not what I said. I said
Okay.
women accuse all men, not just powerful men. That's my point.
Okay, moving on.
Okay, moving on. So Wayne, Marc Cuban, y'all gotta relax. Do y'all believe the Migos broke up? Did you see what happened?
I don't know. I want to know why they broke up.
So Offset and Cardi unfollowed them and Takeoff and Quavo, and Takeoff and Quavo put out a new song under the name Unconfused called Hotel Lobby.
Okay.
And everybody's saying that because they unfollowed each other, that means the group broke up. I don't know what that means.
Makes sense.
I know that if you unfollow people, that's what people will think. So when you do it, you're sending a message.
Right.
Yes.
So-
Especially since both of them unfollowed them.
Right. So if you send a message, then yeah. So you send that message and you know it's gonna be interpreted that way. Why would you do it if it wasn't true? Well, really, why would you do it at all? That shit is corny to me. This
Publicity.
and that's the thing. Is this
So you
part of
think
the rollout?
Yeah, do they got an album or something coming out?
Well, the single came out Friday.
Hotel Lobby. If it is true, I want to know what led up to it. That's really what I want to know.
There's this theory that Offset, trying to do more shit with Cardi, and they kind of on their, 444 lemonade shit. And they want to do their thing and kind of raise the kids and chill for a little bit. But the other two are like, no, nigga, we need to put out music right now.
Yeah, because them niggas is not married.
Right.
Yeah.
And so when they go on to put out new music, and when he saw it, it was like, really, niggas? I done did a whole song and ain't tell me.
I find it hard to believe they did a song and just didn't tell them though. Like
I do too.
Like y'all that close and you ain't talking like, hey, yeah, man, and me and
Well, are they that close?
Yeah.
I mean, you would think
He's married.
Yeah. And
He's off in married world. They out thotting and bopping.
Yeah, but you would think musically you still connected in some, you know what I'm saying?
And they're still family. Like I feel like they would still communicate to some degree.
All unrelated in some way, and it's different when you about to come out with a song. Like at the very least,
They've been doing business for 10 years.
if I wasn't cool, I would still give you the song first before I release it. Like, hey, man, what you think? You know what I'm saying? Get your side of it.
That's what you would do. I agree. That's what I would do too.
You would think most people like somebody
Slaughterhouse did this 2 months ago,
but they officially broke up and they officially had issues.
They didn't officially break up. They were talking about maybe doing another project, and then the talks were stalling and going back and
Depends on
forth.
what you believe.
Right. I mean, you know what I believe. And then all of a sudden you see Joey, and Voice. I mean, I believe Voice over everybody. I think Voice don't have no dog in the fight. Voice is just.
I would say that I believe Voice is the most even killed one of
right.
So yeah.
And then like we were talking about doing a final album, and then all of a sudden we see a trailer that these niggas got a Slaughterhouse album coming out, and we like, what the fuck? You ain't text me and call me like you my boy. You're not gonna tell me it's coming out, and you talking shit about me on it. So I think it's very easy for shit like that to happen. I don't think it's like out of the realm of possibility. It's not. It can't really happen with anybody. My crew, our surroundings, but we ain't them.
Yeah, not for me. But I think most people most people wouldn't look at Slaughterhouse that way. We look at Slaughterhouse as a group, a collective that came. You know what I'm saying? People that can spit, that all came together. With Migos, we looked at them as family that came together. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different little vibe that you would think. But yeah,
but family do a lot of scandalous shit. I can tell you about some shit that went down to my family. And my family is super tight. We talk every day, but outskirty relatives, son of Andre shit. Don't get me started.
Lord. Don't
get me started. Then I don't understand this one. And I think this is why I'm gonna do a segment because this is why women hate us. That's a new segment. Because y'all niggas, some of y'all niggas just be doing some shit. And as much as I defend us and stand up for us, y'all just be doing shit.
Don't say us though. He's a different type of motherfucker.
It's a lot of them niggas.
I apologize. Go through the joke, but he's a different type of motherfucker.
True. So apparently he's been dating Keiysha Cole. They've been not in Bobby. They've been doing something, and she apparently made a post saying she missed him. And he just went on to full the baby style. Like he said, I don't want you. Yeah, I don't want you. I don't know why you posting stuff and keep my name out your mouth. All this shit. Now, if he got a girlfriend, you got to save face.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I get it, but it's like the disrespect to women, and it's like you ain't gotta do that girl like that. Like, and she was like, I hear you loud and clear. I'm gonna say, whatever. And he kind of doubled down. I'm like, you ain't gotta talk to nobody like that, though. You ain't gotta put nobody on blast. You ain't gotta make nobody feel this fucking small. You don't have to do that to people. But I don't like it. I see too much of it.
Yeah.
Unless you got a girlfriend and she knew when she did it, she had a spite.
Yeah, and maybe that's it. Because I saw a little tattoo, but I just don't respect him at a certain level. So that's why I don't get there. Like I don't respect how he's done a lot of things.
Antonio Brown been off his nut for a minute, so it's hard to take what he's saying for like any sort of value. It's like you kind of like the wrong nigga.
And then the way he communicated, that shit sounds bad. I'm like.
Keiysha, I hope you find somebody better than that because that ain't it.
Hey, Keiysha.
I felt like she had a couple of
Call me, yo. You know what I'm saying, yo? Yeah. How that old half, baby. How that old half.
Oh,
you know
my God.
You know what I'm saying? Holla at me, Keiysha. Keiysha, it might be a Keiysha Cole world, but I'll warm it up. You hear me? You hear me? You hear me? Saying. Wasn't it another little beef? It was somebody else.
See, Keiysha had a couple issues, you know what I'm saying, with certain dudes, but it never got like that AB shit was like he really went.
Well, didn't she like fight somebody that Birdman had or something like that around?
I know she did some shit with Bow Wow. Remember, like they said she fucked one of the Bow Wow cars up, or his boy cars that she thought was him.
Oh no, I heard she
said I never let a bitch know Bow Wow me when he broke up with Keiysha.
Yeah.
So it's been some issue, and
Keisha's definitely had her fair share.
And I don't want to put the she said I don't want to say some pop, so I can actually comment on it. I don't want to be a chatty patty.
Yeah.
But she was. Remember her and Ashanti did the versus battle.
Yeah.
They both used to fuck the same nigga like 15 years ago. And I thought it was very interesting underlying undertone.
Yeah,
because they both knew who that guy was. Yeah. This was very interesting. But we're not chatty patties over here, so I won't be. You have to do your Googles and figure it out on your own. But I don't want to make Keiysha the bad guy. Keisha's the victim here.
Keiysha was lit on that versus though.
Yeah, she was pissed off because what's he saying? Her mic wasn't working that first.
I don't know, but she was
heated.
I feel like she was more than angry.
Yeah. She tried to snap on my boo, and Ashanti was like, "That's what we're not gonna do." I bet that's right. We'll eat your pussy tonight, girl. Anyway, very quickly. Oh no, we ain't been using these sounds. Who we got?
I'm gonna stick beside him.
That's what I said about Ashanti. I'm gonna stick beside her.
Yeah, AB got relaxed. Yeah, that's it. It was just extra though.
Yeah,
like
it was.
Don't be extra.
I believe in conspicuous.
Yeah. In your face.
How did she really get a tattoo on him?
I hope not.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, because that's weird too though. Like so y'all.
If y'all ain't together,
but they couldn't have been together. Even if they was together, they couldn't have been together more than a certain amount of time.
Yeah, that is very weird.
I'm like, son, don't do that.
Maybe Keiysha falls quickly and she's kind of crazy about it. Keiysha gives me crazy. She definitely gives me crazy.
And Boobie Gibson worked out. You know what I'm saying? The NBA.
Yeah. They had a little TV show and shit.
Yeah, because they seem like he seemed like a genuine good dude. I like this.
And then he was probably like, "This bitch crazy. I can't do it."
I like how her sister came. Her sister backed her up though.
What did sister say?
No, she I don't know. She went off on AB though. So
okay.
Like, look, I don't care if we beefing. When you a sibling, like I don't care if we beefing. We got problems. If somebody come for you, like she came for.
Is her sister Neffy?
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Frankie, man.
Oh, that's right. She is dead. Frankie's dead?
Mm-hmm. She died on her birthday. She
oh yeah, she turned up.
Yeah. Fentanyl. You know how that go.
Cocaine.
Rest in peace, Frankie. You other celebrities stop all that weird shit. What the fuck story of the week? I think we tackled this last week, briefly, but I just wanted to kind of take another look at it. Because talking about the shooting in Buffalo. And now that I think we know a little bit more information, like he had the manifesto, he was planning on killing black people. There was several opportunities where they could have stopped it. And there have been several mass shootings, 3 or more people killed by white men that have been abducted safely. Mm-hmm. There's a story here in Atlanta at Fogo de Chao in Buckhead where a mentally disturbed person was with his family all day. They were trying to call 911 to give him some help because he was acting erratic off his meds. He went to his old job at Fogo de Chao and was being unruly. And he had a gun on him. When they asked him to leave because he wouldn't, they called the police. The police were trying to escort him out. And he goes running out of the restaurant. A security guard tackles him. Not the police. The police are there. A security guard tackles him. He, they're on the round chest and he pulls out his gun and shoots the security guard.
Oh.
Then the police kill him.
Okay. I didn't know that, but yeah.
He shouldn't have shot the security guard. I don't know why your flashlight cops are tackling people. If the police are there, your job is over at that point, in my opinion. Once the big brother comes, you're done. The cops are here now. You have a flashlight. Why are you stepping in? Running after someone.
APD officer?
Is he off duty?
He probably want to be an APD officer.
Or want to be. Yeah.
Probably apply. Like, hey,
This is my opportunity. And you got popped. Now, I won't say that they shouldn't have shot him. They didn't try to tase him at first. So they did try to de-escalate.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Yeah, the tase just didn't affect him. But the Buffalo shooter was arrested alive. Gunnar Roof was taken alive.
They're white. We all know this.
That's my point.
We know this.
That's my point. And I just want to bring that up and raise awareness. And if we didn't do a good enough job of this last week, I want to say it's time to strap up. I ain't talking about condoms. It's time to get you a gun and get in the range and figure shit out. I wanted to reiterate that message because there are mass shootings all over the country. Yeah. And some of them aren't very successful. So it's an attempt that's foiled, so it doesn't make a lot of press.
Yeah.
But these are happening like once a month. These guys are all reading from the same manifesto, the same book that says it's too many black people. We got to do our part to take some of them away. They're doing this actively, weekly, monthly, yearly. So it's a thing. You could be at the movies, you could be at the game, you could be at the crab shack, and one of them just shows up. So I want y'all to be mindful. This isn't a once in a blue moon thing. There are several attempts that don't make it to fruition because the police and the authorities are able to thwart it. That doesn't mean they aren't plotting it. They aren't attempting it. I just want to make sure we really give y'all that message, like for real.
Just so y'all know, my job is in talks of donating the proceeds from the Sunday dinner to the survivors of the Tops shooting. My mom is from Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of works together with that. So if y'all are really interested in supporting the cause, please come on down to the Lawrence on Sundays and order the fried chicken. It's my mom's fried chicken. My mom's from Buffalo. I remember going to Tops grocery store as a child when we would go visit my grandmother. And I feel like it's the same Tops that we used to go to when I was a child. I was looking at it. I was like, God, I mean, granted, chain places, they look pretty identical. They want that uniform look, but seeing it, I was like, that looks like the Tops I used to go to when I was.
You've always reminded me of Benedict Butcher, and now that I know that you're from Buffalo, it makes sense.
I'm not from Buffalo. My mother's from Buffalo.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It still makes sense. What you coming, nigga? All right, moving on.
Nah, hold on. No. I'm gonna add something to that because one of the officers had let a meme go earlier this week, and the meme was a joke, and it was like clean up on aisle 2, no 4, no 6, no 7, making light of that, and he basically put that he was going to lose friends off of this. And I think that kind of goes back to what you were saying, was why they always get arrested and never get shot. The people who do it, they see themselves as connected with the officers in certain stuff. And for somebody to joke like that, and this was a guy in the police force. If somebody can joke like that in the police force, what the fuck do you think he's doing when he out there serving the public?
Sounds about white.
Yep.
Exactly. So you know what I'm saying? That's why when you say curry your shit and do that, that's what I'm saying, that's something to kind of double down on, because the police is making jokes about 10 people getting killed and posting it on Facebook. You feel that authentic, that emboldened that you would think you would post it on Facebook.
Oh, they do.
Trump and racist Rick got them people like that. I'm saying.
Right.
I'm saying. I'm telling you something good. Because these, I hate to say it this way, but these crackers are very emboldened. A lot of it has to do with Trump. A lot of it has to do with their underground circuits. You can't put it all on Trump, but he gave them the extra battery in their back. And this other fucking cracker, Nick Saban, the head football coach at Alabama. And when I first moved to Georgia, my very first year here, everybody told me I had to find a football team. And Alabama and Auburn were playing in the championship. And I said, I think I want to go with Alabama. They won, but I was like, I didn't feel no connection to them. So then I was like, well, I'm gonna go with Florida State, because of Charlie Ward and shit. And then they actually wound up winning that year. But recently I was like, I need a team that's gonna be my team.
Right.
And I was like, either Alabama, because I like the way they play, but I couldn't pick them because they win too much. And it felt like,
Bandwagon.
so I was like, I can't pick them. I'll go with Georgia. I live here.
Same.
And then Georgia won. I was like, all right, good job, Lew. But I'm so glad I didn't pick Nick Saban or cracker ass and cracker old ass Bamas. That ain't Bama. I shouldn't have liked him anyway. He called Bamas, not Bamas. But he goes on whining, bitching, and moaning because he had the number 2 recruiting class to Texas A&M and Jimbo Fisher. And doing all this complaining and shit, it's dry snitching. They paying the players, they doing this, they doing that, they paying the players, and we do everything the right way. We never do any of this stuff. And by the way, Jackson State, Deion Sanders and them paid that Hunter $1 million. And it's like, it's not like he had a horrible recruiting class. He had the number 2 recruiting class of the year.
So entitlement is a bitch.
It's a bitch. When you can go and say, hey, come to my school, you'll be on TV. Hey, come to my school, you can get some press. Hey, come to my school, you can get a car.
Well, when you start losing, you do anything to win.
Right.
But he ain't losing.
Yeah, like he's still a very
He
competitive.
just didn't win the championship, and he's used to winning the championship.
They should have won.
But he didn't.
Yeah, like
and that's the problem.
Injuries. And I would say what I think the issue was, he did that shit with his boosters. He did it. It was a bitch move, but he did it to get his boosters to give more money. Basically, trying to pit them against each other. Like, hey, Texas A&M paid everybody, so you know what I'm saying. They all of their boosters paid a whole bunch. Texas A&M got that oil money, so they can pay a whole bunch of people and all that stuff. But the thing that I would say, because I think that's the only reason Nick Saban did that shit, was to basically have his boosters
up the money.
Exactly, up the money, so we can pay people. One thing I like Deion, he attacked it head on. He said, "Look, nigga, I hope y'all know. I know the people who drop the bags off.
Yeah, so, I know. I've been doing this a long time.
Yeah, so like, look, don't act like nobody. Don't nobody want to go to fucking Alabama. Ain't nothing in fucking Alabama that somebody want to go to. Like, and you ain't never known. So, I definitely want like nobody wants to go to Alabama. A 5-star recruit from California does not want to just. Hey, you know what? I would love to go to Alabama. You can win anywhere, and you can get in the league anywhere. So that's not what it was. What I do like is the way the HBCU stepped up for Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
And Deion, we ain't giving them. Deion said, look, he came to a HBCU homecoming. He said he came to homecoming.
You can't compete with that. PWIs could not compete.
He said I could
with
not
the
mess
HBCU
up.
homecoming.
He said at that point that was 70% of it. At that point, I talked to his mother about a couple things, but at that point, it was so.
He said,
when you go to an HBCU homecoming, well,
it's nothing like it.
It's nothing like it. And they
go to Spellhouse homecoming, go to Howard homecoming, go to A&T homecoming, go to SAMU homecoming, go to Grambling homecoming. Like it's lit. It's nothing like.
It's different.
Yeah, it ain't nothing like a PWI.
You see your people, you like.
Man, Alabama versus a Howard homecoming? Are you fucking kidding me?
Right. And Deion, also another thing Deion said was we don't have to pay our people to want to play with our people because they're our people.
Yeah.
You got that, Cracker Saban?
And additionally, though, I saw some tape on him. That little nigga, he the truth.
They say he's probably gonna play both ways. Pause.
So
quarterback and receiver.
The way he broke, the way he break on the out route, he going to the league.
And who's better to learn from? Nick Saban than Deion, the greatest quarterback ever.
Exactly. So the way I saw the film. This nigga,
monster.
Slim. He can play pro both sides of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And then with Deion too, Jackson State will have, and Jackson State, I love what Deion doing. It's a whole bunch of HBCUs that's killing it too. That's why I sending people to the league. But I like the way the publicity that Deion put to it.
I hope this does a lot to bring a lot of those like high caliber players to HBCUs.
They're doing it. They're doing it.
Yeah, I know this has been like a couple years in a row.
He's going to do it. Mikey's projected to be the number one. Is he a junior this year?
I think he's a senior. That upcoming. Yeah,
he's upcoming senior.
Yeah.
So he's been talking about him and his boys are discussing should we all just go to one HBCU?
Jackson State, you got like and they had some of the top JUCO guys. They gonna have about 6-7 people go to the league within the next 2-3 years. That's unheard of from HBCUs.
Good.
And shout out to Wally and Gil $1 million worth of game because they go down there and they speak and they cover it and they promote it all over social media. So they're getting all the hood behind these schools.
Dolph, and one thing about Dolph, like they named
the tunnel.
The tunnel after Dolph because of how you said the love that he showed out to him.
Mm-hmm.
So they gonna send. They might send up the next 3 to 4 years. They're gonna send a ridiculous amount of people to the league.
I'm here for it. Good for them.
Like when I was sending Jay Walker to the league. Shout out Jay Walker.
Shout out to South Carolina State. South Carolina State sent a couple people to the league this year too.
Shit, Jerry Rice from HBCU.
Mississippi State, Mississippi Valley. Yeah.
Okay.
Number 1 receiver ever.
Charles Oakley, Ben Wallace,
Hugh Douglas.
He's coaching where now?
No, he's not coaching. He on the radio.
I think he's coaching.
He on 92.9 right now.
Antoine Bethea.
Eddie George is but Eddie George went to Ohio State.
Who's the other black head coach that has a job now? College football. It's 2 more. If it's not Hugh Douglas, no, Hugh Douglas was with the Eagles.
Yeah.
It's not him.
Eddie George is coaching up at one of the Tennessee schools. Somebody else is coaching.
Yeah, somebody I saw it on.
Somebody just took over for. Took over at Grambling.
Yeah, him. That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah,
I saw them on either Pivot or I Am Athlete podcast. I can't remember which one.
Hugh Jackson.
Hugh Jackson.
And that's an offensive. An offensive mastermind. So yeah, it's gonna be some people. And I just like how every HBCU rolled for him too. Every HBCU went off on saving like, man, fuck you, like nigga, like don't play.
Every show and every podcast, including us. So Nick Saban, you get the Don't Be Dumb award.
So dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Our Nipsey Hussle award. Rest in peace, Nipsey. Our Nipsey Hussle. You know what's wild? If you look at this, you can see different influences in the world. Hello. Okay, that's nothing. Just Revival is a Kendrick lyric. What the fuck? That's one of my songs. What the fuck? Anyway, Don't Be Dumb. It started off with the Kanye West Don't Be Dumb award. There's a Donald Trump Don't Be Dumb award. Nipsey Hussle award for grinding the sound. That's the Nipsey. And I'll stop there as we get into what's happening. Rap, Jay-Z, Meek Mill, it's a handful of others on the committee that have been petitioning New York and I guess the federal government as well, or federal court system, to not be able to use rap lyrics in these cases, like what's going on with YSL and Young Thug. And they're trying to use different lyrics from different songs to convict them. Now, it's not a total win,
right?
Because they're saying, they'll limit the use and you'll have to be able to prove that those lyrics match that timeline or whatever. However, the system is crooked. If you can make it work, you can make it work. But it's a start. And it's shining a light on the abuse of the lyrics, of using those lyrics, and the unfairness of using those lyrics. It hasn't banned those lyrics, but it's made it, we will at least think about it twice.
Okay.
That's a start. And I really want to thank Jay-Z, Meek Mill, and everybody that's behind that. Because to have the forethought to say, dog, we got to do something about it. These are songs. You don't use niggas' lines in movies. Like, we got to stop this shit.
Yeah, they're actors versus...
Most of these rappers are actors.
Yeah, it's different. It's not the same. You're playing a character in a movie. Like, you literally have a different character name.
Yeah, it's the same thing with rappers. Their names be like John Smith.
It's not the same.
Rap name. It is.
It's not, but go ahead.
It is.
It's not.
It is.
It's
because
not.
a lot of these rappers are just lying. Now, there are some that are telling the truth.
So
there are some that are telling the truth.
Like,
yeah, but it's like, I look at it like,
with it, but I feel
if, there are some women that say they got raped and they're telling the truth, but the son is lying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It is, a percentage of true, percentage of lying. But you can't go, every woman that says rape is now a liar.
Right.
You got to take it case by case. So you can't say since some of these rappers are telling their real story, all of them are. You can't generalize it because then you miss out on the real victims. You miss out if some women are lying about rape, you go, all these bitches lying, then you lump them in a box, and then that's unfair.
But I don't think they're doing it then.
Who?
Like the people that they locking up. And I don't want to say this is like, man, but I mean, a lot of them niggas is guilty though. We gotta attack that in the community too. Like
we trying to ride for folks, but they be wrong with shit.
Like, I'm riding for you, and if you use a lyric and it shouldn't be used, hey man, they shouldn't use that lyric.
I mean,
but if for some reason they use a lyric, it just so happened that the DA did a great fucking job, which we pay them to do, and they connected to a crime that you actually did.
Well, this
I'm with you on that.
Okay. Now, I agree, but that's not what's happening.
Because if it's
they're
my
not connecting. They're not connecting the lyrics. They're not connecting the lyrics to actual crimes is the issue.
They're not.
They're not. What they're doing is you got a song. That's my point. If I got a song like "If you fuck with me, I shoot you. You fuck with me, I shoot you." See, he said if you fuck with him, he'll shoot you.
I don't think that's
No. That
It
is what they're doing.
So with Kodak Black, that's what they did? Not Kodak Black. Bobby Shmurda, that's what they did?
I know Bobby said Mitch caught a body about a week ago.
That's what I'm saying. That's what he's saying.
But that is not, that's one example. That's one.
Give me the example.
The lyrics they say they use it for Young Thug is he says, a nigga almost got shot at the mall. Almost. But I didn't do it. But you can ask everybody they know.
Okay.
You didn't shoot the person. You said a nigga jumped out there and almost got dealt with. That's not a crime. But that's the lyric they're using to convict him. Saying, see how malicious he is? He almost shot that person.
If that's true,
I
agree with you.
That's my point.
But
y'all are right. Y'all are right in what you're saying.
They talking about from 20. They talk about a 20-year stretch.
I'm with you. But the lyric they're using in court, but that's the lyric.
I'm being found guilty. I mean, innocent.
Right.
I'm be honest.
My issue is
I don't never want you to be found innocent. Guilty. You know, unless you
this is my
did
issue.
some blatant shit or to somebody that didn't deserve it.
They posted the DA posted that lyric as what they're using in court. If the lyric would have been, I was at the party across from Magic City, dude talking shit, so I had to get busy. And then the rumor is he shot the dude in Magic City. The lyric they're using to convict Young Thug says he didn't shoot the nigga. That's what I'm saying. When they're being ridiculous about it. When they do the song, Mitch caught a body a week ago, you're right. I agree with you. Good job. Y'all are right.
If you put a nigga
that's
name
right.
That's a problem.
No, what y'all are saying here, I'm on y'all side.
Yeah.
I'm saying what's happening in this court case in real life.
Yeah.
Not we think they're saying something. The lyric they use says they didn't commit a crime.
Is this case? I thought this case was so much from shit they had a long time ago.
Well,
it's a lot of shit. It's
a RICO, so it's an overtime period.
I'm sure there's probably more lyrics that they're taking into consideration.
I'm sure, but that's all we're going by is
what they gave us.
We're going by what they gave us because we can sit here and guess. I bet they have credible lyrics too. We don't fucking know. We know what they told us. What they told us was we're using this lyric.
I said they've been putting this case together for a minute.
Well, yeah. So I do feel like they got something somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm not dumb. I think they got something somewhere.
Yeah,
but if you tell me this is what you got, then I want to have a conversation about that.
I'm sure there's more.
But they ain't released more. They ain't released more. So we can't look about what they did.
Yeah, if that's all they got, and you make what you make, ain't no way your lawyer ain't supposed to get you off of that.
But that's the issue.
Right.
If they want you, they want you. If they want you, they want you. Like think about George Zimmerman walk free. The court system goes the way they choose it to go. It ain't about how good your lawyer is. It just goes how they want it to go. Why wasn't George Zimmerman convicted? Why wasn't the cops that killed, the ones that got operated were convicted? But think about all the cases where they're not convicted.
Them motherfuckers wasn't cops.
And they weren't cops.
Yeah.
Boom. But think about all the cases where they get off.
Or Zimmerman, motherfucker.
Right. He's fucking neighborhood watch. Fucking weirdo. But that's my point, is it don't go the way it's supposed to go. It goes the way that they let it go. And that's my fear. Because you can go and take a Jay-Z lyric and lock Jay-Z up tomorrow. He admitted to shooting his brother on the song.
But they didn't.
They didn't.
So why wouldn't you? If you're going to choose a motherfucker,
that might be the one you get. But Jay-Z don't have any influence on the kids. The youth don't even like Jay-Z. They going for the motherfuckers. They don't. I don't know why. It's the weirdest thing to me.
For the name.
It's the weirdest thing to me.
Because he's old.
Yeah, he's older now.
The youth,
but back
they
in the
don't
day,
even like him. I was when I was in the other office, they was talking like, I mean, I don't understand why y'all like him.
Because he's
And I was
old.
like-
They like this.
Right.
It's a generational thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a generational thing.
That's why
you gotta respect that.
And that's why they wouldn't target Jay-Z.
Oh, no, I don't.
Because he doesn't have an influence on the youth like Young Thug
No,
does.
but it makes them look good though. It'll make that if a DA has had enough shit to get Jay-Z and all that stuff on, I can guarantee you they would have.
They're not going after Sean Corey.
No, not at all. But I'm just saying, like, if they did, they would, I think.
Jay-Z told him, you killed me. He said, you killed Christ, you started religion unexpectedly. F with me. You killed Christ, you gonna start a religion.
Nipsey. They didn't let him get to that point.
Yeah. And sometimes I wonder if it's energy.
Okay.
Because I'm not 100% sure the government was behind Nipsey's shooting, but I think the energy was behind it.
Think so.
Like energy, like spiritual energy. Like it was put out there, this nigga must be stopped.
Like Malcolm X with the KKK. I mean, Malcolm X with the FBI and shit. Like, it wasn't the FBI that technically killed him. The Nation of Islam shot him, but the FBI definitely wanted him dead.
And you can plant shit. Because let's say me and you in jail together, all of a sudden I'm gonna get a new celly. And I'm like, man, that nigga Nipsey be on some bullshit, dog. He be always on Bama shit. Perfect example, niggas did this shit to me. Some dudes that I was doing music with that was a little jealous, envious, had to open it up for me one night. And I had a girl I knew running the list of artists that could perform. And apparently she kept pushing them down lower or not putting them in the right spot. And I'm drunk, I'm partying and shit. And I see that crew storming out, I ain't leaving. I'm like, what the fuck? So I go outside, like, where y'all going? You ain't even performing yet. You always do this shit. What I do? Nah, fuck that. They told me before we got here you was gonna do this. Like,
That's exactly what I keep hearing.
they told you before you got here I was gonna do this. What was I gonna do?
Hold on. Sorry. Every week we do this now because I can hear them clanking up against your mic. Okay.
It's like balls against the ass.
Anyway, go proceed. Tell the story.
They're like,
Every fucking week.
and they were like, yeah, they told me you was gonna do this shit. And so we got into a big ass fight. Police came. It was ugly. And what stuck out of my mind was the dude that was the angriest was like, they told me you was gonna do this shit before we got here. And I was like, well, the other people he was with that I thought he was super cool with. I'm like, so when y'all were driving here, y'all were thinking I was gonna do some shit. So when something happened, you assumed it was me. And you got this person that doesn't know what's going on of the mindset. Aha! I knew it. Y'all told me he was gonna do it. And I think sometimes the government can put energy like that in neighborhoods to different niggas. When you locked up, when they infiltrate gangs, and you put a battery in a nigga back. And I think dude probably had a battery in his back, and they knew he was a loose cannon. I don't think the government hired somebody to kill Nipsey. I don't think that.
Okay.
I don't think that. But I think they can manipulate situations. And that was an example of a situation being manipulated by some hood niggas, not the government.
I said the same thing with Tupac.
Man, look. I hear y'all, but I respectfully disagree.
Okay, what do you think happened?
Man, sometimes, unfortunately, niggas act like niggas and not men. Same thing with the Tupac situation, same thing with the Nipsey situation. Like I feel like our neighborhoods, unfortunately, we have a fucked up value system with certain people in the neighborhoods, and we glorify certain shit that we shouldn't. So you know what I'm saying? When we glorify the no snitching shit, like Nipsey accused dude of being a snitch, and unfortunately in his head, if you accuse me of being a snitch, I gotta go all the way. Same thing in the Tupac situation. You jump me in front of people, I'm a well-known Crip. I gotta go all the way. And prominent Crips have said that, and people very close to Nipsey have said that maybe he shouldn't have called dude a snitch. I feel like our value system is so fucked up. And that's why I hate the gang culture in general. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, people getting Ricos and all that shit just by saying you in the game. That's why that's why last week I was like, look, at the very least, nigga, rap and say you're not in the gang no more.
Like 50.
Yeah.
I am not gang gang. I do not gang bang.
Exactly. So you know what? When my lawyer can when you play that bullshit record on the song, you know what I'm saying, on the stand, he can play this bullshit junk and they at least cancel out. You know what I'm saying? So I think unfortunately in our community, especially with the gang community, like we gotta fix our value system to a point where we looking at the right shit the right way.
I think you're right. I think what your scenario is most realistic.
Right.
I do not think the government plotted to kill Nipsey and Tupac. So I think that either the truth is what you said, or they put batteries in niggas' backs. You're saying you do think the government?
I definitely think they put a battery. They put a battery in somebody's back and kind of lit the fuse, like, yeah, just kind of nudged them along. Like, we're not going.
I thought you were about to say you thought the government like set up the murder.
No, I'm not saying they set it up, but I definitely think that they're involved in some way, shape, or form.
When the conspiracy
I would
came
agree
out,
with that. The Malcolm X thing. That's
known.
The Malcolm X. Yeah, the Malcolm X thing that's a lot for me. Because you know, I didn't toggle back and forth, so I can't come to a position of that I can really, you know what I'm saying, agree with. I think both, you know what I'm saying, a lot of positions are plausible.
did you watch the documentary?
I'm gonna say it's definitely a known thing.
You watched the documentary?
No, I agree.
Who killed Malcolm X?
I agree that the government was involved in someone in that case, not so much the Tupac or the Nipsey. I think all of those are drastically different.
I pretty much agree.
Okay.
The documentary, the dude that allegedly killed Malcolm, they pretty much figured it out. You should watch it. It's a dope ass documentary. But the government was in the Nation of Islam, like how the KKK is now in the police force. They were there, so they were doing shit. And they were now. I also think the government is in the Crips.
They did it to Fred Hampton.
The government is in the Black Panthers. The government
be in shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't put it past them.
The government is in the party and kickback.
I wouldn't be surprised. That's why they be censoring us. I'm the government, nigga. Really?
No, my beard was itching.
I bet it better be. That shit ain't even funny.
J Lew.
Yeah, all right. Fuck around and find out.
So
glad y'all think that shit funny.
I'm just saying.
That's fucked up for New to say too. The real shit though. I apologize, Mel. Because last week you was all crying and shit about people. What was he crying about? People saying that you was white or some shit like that. You was a white man, and then you called Mel the government.
You just called me a snitch.
Okay, so shout out to Jay-Z and crew for they won a Nipsey Hussle Award for the week for having rap lyrics limited use in court cases in New York. Hopefully that can spread like wildfire. Something that I think also should spread is in our Netflix and Chill segment. Katt Williams is back. I watched the special night before last. I was high as hell, drunk as hell, watching the shit with JB, just watching it. And I noticed two things. Well, Katt Williams is a good comedian. Just period. Everyone knows that.
Definitely.
But he came back a little different.
Okay.
He was more on his Dave Chappelle shit.
Because he's older now.
Yeah, it was not joke after joke after joke. It was conversation that make you go, Now, if you're a diehard Katt Williams fan, you just want to hear the jokes.
Not for you.
Probably not for you. But what I noticed was, and I don't think he was biting off Dave. I do not think that. I do not think he studied Dave or tried to do Dave. I don't think that at all. He was doing him. But, and I don't mean this in a disrespectful way. I mean this, I'm going to say it this way to make my point, but this is in no way disrespectful to Katt Williams. But to get my point across, I have to say it this way to kind of hit the light bulb. He's just not as smart as Dave. So his conspiracy theories just weren't as good.
Just don't hit there. Okay.
Yeah, like technically, and spoiler alert, he was saying the government did this shit. They told us there were no more wings. Well, they didn't tell us there weren't no more chickens. And then these motherfuckers came up with thighs. I'm not a scientist, but if you got wings and you got thighs, but when I did the math in my head, there are, people buy wings in tins. They buy thighs usually with a drumstick or something, or with the wing, whatever comes with the wing and leg or the drumstick. Yeah. So we consume more wings than we do
I was going to say, the
thighs.
wing is really the most popular part of the chicken.
Right.
Really
so you would have, if you have a shortage of wings, you would have more thighs. They're not as popular. You would have more legs. Yeah. You would have more titties. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he made it, I'm just saying, but he made it sound like, motherfucking, he cracked the code.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't crack the
Truly, you have a dizzying intellect.
You didn't crack the code, man. Wings are in more demand. If a body part of a chicken was going to run out, it will be the wing first. Because we get 10 wings, 20 wings.
Order the fuck out of
Right. No, when last time a nigga ordered 10 thighs?
I know.
Yeah, it's not
if he wasn't in Magic City,
at a restaurant for the most part.
Chicks.
Restaurants are serving white meat. They very rarely serve dark meat. So it makes more sense for there to be a shortage.
Racist?
Because white meat is classified as being a healthier meat, even though it doesn't hold moisture nearly as well as dark meat.
That's like white women, pussy don't get wet as black women. It's the same thing.
So
that's good.
They
truly, you have a dizzying intellect.
Sell more wings and probably breasts too, as opposed to drumsticks and thighs. I'm sure Popeyes or whatever sells more drumsticks and thighs as opposed to like a regular carry out, like a wing spot. You know what I'm saying? Where they that's all they sell is wings. They don't sell the other parts. There's so many carry outs that sell only wings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So supply and demand.
Yeah. So it was a good conspiracy theory, and it made you think for a second. But when I thought, okay, Katt Williams.
Truly, you have a dizzying intellect.
There's a reason why there are less thighs. I mean, less wings than everything else. So I enjoyed it. It was worth watching.
Okay.
But
I saw when you posted, somebody, kind of took a little shot like.
He missed it. He hated it. He didn't think it was funny. He didn't want to tell me he was out.
Okay.
But he wants joke, bitches. He wants that ratchet shit.
Something about watching it today. You watching it? Yeah.
No, but I just seeing the path that Katt Williams has been on, I wouldn't have expected it to be jokes.
Oh, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's not it's not the type of person that he is. You know what I'm saying? Like he definitely always has had some sort of like commentary in his stand-up that's gonna be like elevated thinking. You know what I'm saying? It's not just gonna be jokes.
Oh my God, a rubber!
And then even with the things that have happened to him outside of like comedy, like you could tell he's taking a more serious tone.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Is that Professor Ogilvy?
So I'm not surprised that it's in that direction. That's falling into that.
My hair's luxurious,
Dave
bitch.
Chappelle category.
I'm trying to figure out if I should.
It's worth a watch.
It's worth a
watch. Now, I would give it 3.5 kicks out of a kickback.
Out of how many?
Out of 5 kickbacks, I give it 3.5 kicks.
Oh shit! Fuck it.
You know what I'm saying? Dave Chappelle probably gets 4.5 every time he comes out. To me.
Unpopular opinion, like Dave. I think Dave is solid, but I'm not where everybody else is at with Dave.
This is what I'll say.
That's an unpopular opinion.
This is what I'll say to that.
And I want to say, you from the city, you from the area. I'm trying to, I give you a half.
Last 3 years of comedy since his return has been more thought-provoking conversation than jokes. I think the only real joke I know that he told, was when he was like, I'm gonna give you the punchline, and then I kicked her in the pussy. And then he said, now I'm gonna tell you the joke. But remember, the punchline is I kicked her in the pussy. And then he went through the whole routine of this whole story, and then he said, and then I kicked her in the pussy. That's like the only joke I think Dave has told the last 3-4 years. He's telling stories.
And I think that's what it is. Like some of it, I don't see. I feel like that's not a comedy show to me. Like I love the thought-provoking comedian, but I see that as Chris Rock. Like when I listen to Chris Rock,
Chris Rock gets his jokes off.
Yeah, but they're thought-provoking jokes. Like even if you look at how he does it, when he was talking about the, you know what I'm saying, when he was talking about, on medication, and he's like, look, man, the money's in the, you know what I'm saying, in the medicine, not the cure. Yeah, like it's thought provoking, but it's a joke attached to it. Like the last couple Dave Chappelle's, I'm like, just went up there and talk.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I agree.
I feel you, and I hear everybody speak the genius, but I'm like, did I walk away laughing?
This is where I push back on you.
I'm not shitting on him.
No, I'm not saying that.
Okay.
I'm saying something different. His first 4 or 5 comedy routines happened in the early 2000s, before Chappelle's show, would destroy whoever the fuck you name. That nigga said, sometimes you got race, nigga. There's a baby outside selling crack, nigga. Baby, what are you doing out here? We said, the cop pulled him over with his white friend, and he said, "Oh, sorry, officer, I didn't know." He said, "You're doing 85 and a 50." "Oh, sorry, officer, I didn't know I could do that." The funny part is, Dave, I did know I couldn't do that.
Yeah. You know what? Pops, rest in peace, Pop. I used to come over there. He used to play the records, the Richard Pryor records, the Delirious, the Raw, the Eddie Murphy jump.
That was classic comedy.
To be honest with you, I feel
none of them are on that level.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
This is what I was saying.
When I saw the Richard, even Mooney,
Delirious,
a couple Mooney
wasn't that funny to me. Mooney wasn't funny to me.
You So Crazy.
You So Crazy wasn't that good to me. I love Martin. Love you, Martin. You my guy. This is not a shot. Love you, Martin. But
that's your personal opinion.
Delirious and Raw.
Because You So Crazy is hilarious.
Those two.
Sunset.
It's probably on Sunset Strip. Fuck yeah. You got to throw that up there. I think Dave Chappelle, Killing Me Softly. Chris Rock. Is it Bigger and Blacker?
Bigger and Blacker, yeah.
That one, is that the right one? That's the Big Piece of Chicken?
Yeah, Big Piece of Chicken.
Chris Rock, that one.
What am I missing?
One of them Katt Williams Jones.
Yeah.
He deserved to be in that list.
Pimp Chronicles?
Maybe.
Or Pimpin'. One of them was great.
Because there's like 3 Pimp Chronicles.
Yeah. One of them was fucking great.
Yeah.
When he first came out before the drugs and shit.
Yeah. and you know, a comedian who I think their stand-up is pretty mediocre or just slightly average or above average that everybody love, but they have one that does belong up there. The Say It With Your Chest Joe. Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart's stand-up is average to me at best. He is like the worst.
And you think
of
that
all
Kevin
the great
Hart's better
stand-up.
than Martin Lawrence? You So Crazy?
Say It With Your Chest. I mean, I like Martin. I love Martin TV show. I love Martin as a person. Like, I fucking love Martin. But the water was glistening all over your body. That shit ain't funny to me.
Okay.
See, the Kevin Hart joke, like, I feel like Kevin Hart, he has a very high floor. Like, he ain't gonna get you there, but all his jokes gonna be mid tier where you gonna walk out, you gonna walk up like, all right, I have a good time. Like Bernie Mac was a guy that I can, like, my stomach will hurt.
Yeah, but he never had his own special.
It don't even. What I'm telling you is this: his Def Comedy Jams. I'd rather take his 5-10 minutes than a lot of these niggas 45.
I love Bernie Mac.
I can't argue with you.
I'd rather take his 5.
I can't argue with that.
I'll take his 5 over the niggas 45.
I can't argue with you on that. I can't. I can't. Like, you're right. You're right.
When you start getting ad work,
Slim. Chris Tucker's full stand-up comedy routine he did like 5 years ago was mid. His Def Comedy Jam things.
Show it. The person I feel like is, I don't know if he rated high, but one that I don't really get is like Mike Epps.
I don't like him at all.
I don't like Mike Epps.
I don't watch his comedy.
I like Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx was a good comedian.
Jamie Foxx to me is probably one of the most talented
He's
individuals
the
of
most
our
balanced
generation.
talent we may have ever seen. He could do everything. He could act. He could sing. He could do stand up.
I'll put his album top 10, his comedy top 10, his sitcoms top 10. I put all of them motherfuckers like Slim.
I think I put all of them top 15, but still, he who else is in all top 15 in every category?
Everything.
But I do think that I will say this: I've gone to a handful of comedy shows. I've seen Chris Rock live.
Yeah.
I've seen some comedians live. I have never in my life laughed as hard as when I saw Kevin Hart live. This is like right after Soul Plane. So this is like you kind of knew he did stand up, but you kind of didn't know. And he was the Soul Plane dude. Like, it probably ain't gonna be that good. A girl took me to the joke. The joke down by Morton's Steakhouse. What's that? Timmy Town, whatever the fuck it is. And I was like, Kevin Hart. Stand up comedy. Fuck it.
Yeah, he put on a
and
good
I
show.
sat there.
Put on a good show.
And I've never laughed at a comedy event like that hard in my life. But he's not that funny. I don't think a stand-up these days, it just ain't that funny to me. I'll watch it and I'll find something to laugh at. He's just not that good to me.
Yeah.
No disrespect, but he's just not my thing.
I think he's solid.
But that seriously funny was seriously funny.
Yeah. I think he's solid, and I think consistency is his strength. Like he's a hard worker. He puts in the work. You're gonna get a certain amount of laughs, and that's all right.
His last comedy special, I think
Bernie Mac, my number one. Though.
Not his last, his one before last. I think he redeemed himself. When the one he was like, "You gonna rob me? You gonna rob me?" Well, first, let me flush the toilet. And then he flushes the toilet. He's going to get the secret gun in the secret compartment. Y'all remember that at all?
Is this the one he did at the house?
Nah, the one before that. The one right before that. It's before COVID.
Okay.
I don't know. Let me explain some shit. I don't know.
Okay.
Where Halle Berry was in the acting part in the beginning.
Now all his jokes are solid to me. You know what I'm saying?
I can't say. Well, maybe solid, maybe decent. Like, but this one,
my solid is kind of like average though.
Yeah. But this one was really good.
Which was good
because he had a joke about hiding guns in different parts of your house, afraid of getting robbed, and he'd be like, "I'm in the kitchen making bacon, and he's breaking my house. Freeze! Are you just gonna rob me while I'm making bacon in my house? Let me go get some oil." And then he'd come over with the gun. But he had a whole speech like I'm in the toilet taking the shit, and he kick in, boom, freeze. Are you gonna rob me while I'm on my toilet taking the shit? Let me wipe my ass first. Boom. So he had a speech. It was like 30 seconds of something he would say. "Oh, you just gonna rob me while I'm fucking my girl? You gonna rob me while I'm in the pussy? Let me rub it to you one more time. Get the pistol. Boom, gotcha." But he did that like 8 times, and every time it got funnier. And I was like, that's better than you'll say with your chest joke. When I look at different comedians, I look at like when Martin, "You So Crazy." What's the standout joke from that to you?
Well, it's been so long since I watched it.
That's what I'm saying. But I can tell you the one from Eddie Murphy Raw. I can tell you one from Delirious. I can tell you one from Seriously Funny.
I can
tell you from
and I've seen all of them. But that's just my memory. I have an overall great picture of this stand-up routine that I love. Like, you can't tell me that Martin Lawrence, "You So Crazy" wasn't a classic. Like, that shit is funny.
I mean, it's probably a classic because he was the biggest, baddest comedian of that time, and that was his special. So it's classic for sure. Y'all about
to make me watch. About to make me watch.
You So Crazy?
All them bitches.
I might watch You So Crazy tonight. I might just get.
Because I know Brentel that wasn't that funny, but You So Crazy, fuck off.
And I thought Brentel that I will tell you, I thought Brentel wasn't great, but unfortunately, I thought it was better than a lot of niggas shit that get crazy pub. I'm like, I thought it was,
but it wasn't as funny
as
You So Crazy.
I'm gonna fuck y'all head up. I'm gonna fuck y'all head up.
I'm with you. You
know who funny as a motherfucker, and don't ever get his credit ever.
Corey Holcomb or some shit?
No, but he's funny as a motherfucker. Okay. No. So yeah, he's funnier than a motherfucker. Good call. He's funnier than a motherfucker. His little dry humor.
Yeah.
I love that shit, dog. I love that shit. I'm watching some Corey Holcomb tonight. Thank you.
Deion Cole is funny too.
That's my guy. We did a 5 Super Bowl trip at F's house in DC 8-9 years ago, and he was on Shaq's Comedy Jam. What's that shit called?
I forgot.
All-Star Comedy.
Yeah.
And Deion Cole.
That shit was heavy. Kevin Hart, he did a hell of a job on that one.
Yeah. And the dude that do all the impressions, what's his name?
Jake Farrell?
Ari Spears.
Oh,
Ari Spears. It was Ari Spears. He was on there.
Right.
He killed it.
I know where I got Jake Farrell, but
Jake Farrell does it too.
Yeah,
he does.
Jake Farrell good.
Yes. I'm not disagreeing with that Aries Spears, correct.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going with that.
And Deion Cole was on there. He was about fucking old lady. Slow down, baby. Fucking me too hard. Whatever the fuck he said. That shit, that was the funniest shit. I laughed at that shit with a 5. We laughed at this shit so much. I came home and found it on Netflix. And whenever the 5 is in town, I play that one episode because we fucking died. And Deion Cole was only on it like 5 minutes. But his stand-up special is pretty fucking good too.
Mm-hmm, it is.
Deion Cole the shit. But I found out he was on Blackish. I was like, you on Blackish too? What the fuck, nigga? Like,
yeah, he's funny.
He's funny than a motherfucker. Eddie Griffin.
Oh yeah.
Eddie Griffin. Eddie motherfucking Griffin.
He about his business too. He got his jump, the foolish jump that he had when Master P.
Nigga, Eddie Griffin the beast. Damon Wayans.
Damon Wayans' first jump was
ridiculous. I could work at McDonald's. The hamburger be coming on that big ass head. Be fucking me up.
Is he still out? Eddie Griffin's still out Vegas. I think he still got a Vegas jump. I think he on the old strip.
Yeah, this table's really close, and I'm the only one who sits like directly. You have a caddy corner thing. It's fine. I'm fine right here. I just had to push it back just a little bit. It's fine.
All right.
No.
Damon Wayans. Shout out to our DC dudes. Mike Brooks. That's how I told Mike Brooks, you're my Chris Tucker. I'm your Ice Cube. We was at a EU go-go jump down Club U.
Okay.
We supposed we gonna do a movie together. We ain't never do it. And shout out to Tony Woods.
Oh yeah.
Tony Woods funny as shit, and Tony Woods took me under his wing and was teaching me comedy. Yeah, I told you I did stand-up comedy for a minute, right? No, seriously.
No, but I can see it.
I know I told you.
I can see you doing shit like
I never told you that.
No.
So they had Chris Tucker had a comedy club in Maryland, and I went there on amateur night, and I was like, I'm a rapper, but I'm on shot comedy. So they was like, he's coming to the stage and he's gonna rap comedy. I don't know what that is, but come on, I'm not rapping comedy. I'm a rapper, but I do comedy.
He was T.I. before.
Yeah. Fucking facts. Fucking facts. And I did my whole routine. I had a routine about being in the sex ed class, me, Forrest Gump, Bernie Mac, Tony Montana, and Ray Charles. We would all learn how to please our lover better. And because at the time I could do all those voices. Like I used to be able to do voices and shit. I can't really do that shit now. But it was I think Forrest was like I'm not a smart man. When I get on top of Jenny, she be coming and coming.
Forrest Gump before you.
Forrest Gump.
Did he say Forrest Gump?
Yeah, you did a whole bunch of.
Yeah, Forrest Gump was one.
Okay.
And
I feel like you weren't saying in my mind, it wasn't Forrest Gump.
And then Ray Charles was like the teacher was saying, Ray, you do it. No, I'm gonna do it, baby. Or something like that. And then Bernie Mac was like, hey, won't get his time. I know what we're gonna do. I forget what his joke was. And Tony Montana was the whole thing about like, Tony, you never want to say to a woman, let me introduce you to my little friend. You never want to say that. Like, you gotta stop saying that. And then who am I missing? It was somebody else. Yeah, but that was the joke. And the second joke was about women never taking shits around their men. You know, like you want to catch a woman taking a shit, you want to see if she really do shit because we didn't have no proof. Leave out the house in the morning, you go like you going to work, grab all the toilet tissue and take it with you. Give it about 5 minutes, and you walk open the door and see you running around with her pants around her ankles looking for toilet paper. And then I had a joke about jerking off watching porn. And right when you're about to come, the camera switched to the man's face. And like, I just can't with this nigga face. Oh, this is terrible. Focus on a woman. What the fuck is going on? So those are my jokes. But I did stand up comedy, and Tony Woods kind of took me on his wing, kind of taught me a lot, little tips and shit. Pause. And Chris.
Why was that a pause? Never mind. Go ahead.
What's the mayor? Chris, stand-up comedy comedian from DC with the big lips. He was on Rap City. Chris Thomas. Y'all don't remember Chris Thomas? Well, no, you should, because you're not that much younger than me. That's cool. You don't.
The name sounds.
I'm 8 years younger than you.
Whenever I talk, right? Whenever I talk to you, like, I'm not that much younger than
I
you.
know. I just had to say it.
I know.
6. What?
See, we started with the physical. But Chris Thomas, he hosted Rap City. But anyway, it was his club, and Tony was teaching me a little bit of shit. But anyway, I'm watching some fucking Corey Holcomb tonight. I mean, I'm in that type of mood.
Can we move to this or that?
Yes. Oh, so you want to skip? So
Yes.
we still. How does damn?
Because look at where we are.
We talking about
time-wise.
last week. I mean.
Yeah, I'll mention this one thing on Kendrick's album. After having a whole week of sitting with it, it's phenomenal. It's a piece of art. I agree with all of that. But he has 2 people hosting the album: Kodak Black and Eckhart Tolle. Eckhart Tolle wrote the book A New Earth. Also wrote the book The Power of Now. These are books that Oprah recommended for her book club over a decade ago. So I read them because I be reading books that I got the books. I meant to bring them out and show y'all the books. One is A New Earth. I think everybody should read A New Earth. It'll show you where he's getting this holistic, humanistic approach to life in the music. It's from reading that book. And that's why he had Eckhart Tolle on there. Eckhart Tolle's from the Middle East. He's a brilliant philosopher. The Power of Now is kind of like using a secret. Like you think it or you existing in the moment. And A New Earth is about the mental evolution of the world where you can actually, thoughts become things. Manifesting, yeah. And a lot of Kendrick's underlying philosophy on the album comes from his reading those books. And I can tell because I read them. And so if you're wondering like, damn, Kendrick seems so insightful, he kind of has it all together. Like he really seems to be, dealing with his shit. You may want to check out A New Earth. The Power of Now is a great book, but it is a tough read because this guy, Eckhart Tolle, the smallest words on his page is usually the. Like his books are mind fucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I have an extensive vocabulary, but I have to keep a dictionary next to me when I'm reading his books. And they're wordy and a lot of shit go over your head, and I have to read pages again. I read the whole page and like,
it's like reading
I don't know what I read.
Pamphlet from Hamilton. Very wordy, like old English.
Mm-hmm. You just got to read it again. Like I think I got it.
To modern day.
Yeah, but Kendrick did that masterfully on his album, and go listen to it for yourself. Really quick sports. I predicted it would be the Golden State Warriors and Milwaukee Bucks. Obviously, I was halfway wrong with that. Golden State's up 2-0. I like that. Boston is down 2-1. I thought that Boston would beat Miami in 6 games. I'm not sure if that's going to happen. I predicted Golden State would beat Dallas in 5. I don't know if that's going to happen. We'll see. But I expected to be Golden State and Boston. Now that Boston and Miami are both at pretty much full strength, we will see.
Go Celtics.
I have no clue. I think I'm rooting for Golden State. I think Milwaukee would have won if Chris Middleton was.
I agree.
Chris Middleton didn't play the entire series, and they went to get the game 7. So I feel like the injuries kind of killed them.
I agree 100%.
Miami and Celtics, they just so evenly matched. It's ridiculous. Like, I think the best player skill set is Tatum. I think the best player 1-2 is Jimmy. Jimmy went out last game with knee inflammation, and they still won.
And Bam showed up.
Yeah, Bam finally showed up.
That's his best game in the playoffs, right? What you think?
Yeah, it's not even close because he
Bam.
was horrible. Lost me money and shit, but yeah, we good.
Oh damn!
But nah, Bam.
So if you guys have noticed, we put this or that at the end of the podcast because that typically goes for 97 minutes.
We're totally changing the segment to the sequence next week.
Changing it to what?
It's too far down. I don't like it being last.
Whatever Mel said. I told y'all it was good regardless. If we ain't get to orgasms or sports, it is what it is.
I'm down for moving it down, but not last. And I moved it last. And so I think it should be like after Nipsey Hussle or Netflix and chill.
Okay.
So we just get rid of orgasm in sports? Is that what y'all trying to tell me?
No. I mean, we can still talk about it. We just need to be concise about our time. We need to be better about managing our time.
So, Mel, you're in charge of managing time.
Nah, we all in charge of managing time because we are here.
I'm in charge of too much.
2-1. We agree.
Y'all two in charge of managing time. I'm in charge of too much. I gotta put the lights up. I gotta upload the podcast. I gotta hit the button.
I'm not a nice person.
Huh?
The lights are so difficult to put up.
And they really, you see what I'm dealing with? They broke now.
I plug your phone in.
Thanks for all the help, J Lew. I appreciate you.
Yes, that's so crucial.
So you can get with this or you can get with that.
You can get with this.
There we go.
Why you laugh?
Because it got dead ass silent. None of us were like saying the words.
Oh, that's true. Jav. I just don't want them to keep coming for us copyright. Once this shit start making money on YouTube, I don't want them taking it. So this or that this week is actually worded as a would you rather. So would you rather be everything your partner wanted or have your partner be everything you wanted? It's a deep question because there is selfishness and insecurity are the extremes. So where do you fall?
Being everything a person wants is not enough.
For who?
For some people.
Are you saying if
I'm
you
not
were
saying
everything
me,
that
but just
this
for
person
things that
wants,
I've
it's not
experienced.
enough, still not enough for that person, or it's not enough
Yes,
for you?
it's still not enough for that person. So just because you check all these boxes doesn't necessarily mean that like it's enough to keep them. I think what they want and what they need, and I know that that's not the question. But
Well, making need, because I wasn't making a distinction between want and need. So we can make it need.
Okay, I think people sometimes get what they want and realize that like while that may be what they wanted, that's not necessarily what they needed.
Right. I'm saying,
And I would rather be everything a person needed than what they wanted.
You took my question somewhere different.
I did.
So
that's why I said I know the question isn't this.
Yeah, so let's change it. Would you rather be everything your partner needed or have them be everything you needed? Because that's the question. You took like a back alley exit. Stay on the question.
Because I don't like the question.
Right.
I said what I said, and that's what I'm saying.
So you're not gonna answer the question? Okay.
Nope.
All right.
I said what I said.
So Mel didn't have an answer.
No, I had an answer. It's just not the answer you wanted.
And you didn't answer the question.
It's my answer to the question.
It's your backdoor answer. I spy a lie.
It's two different questions.
Truth.
So the question I did, would I rather be everything your partner wanted? Would I have them everything you wanted?
My answer is I don't want to be either of those. I want to be what somebody needs.
Well, I saying it's a need. So answer need.
I did answer the need, and you said that's not the question.
No, I said switch it to need, and then your answer was still.
I would rather be what somebody needed than what they wanted.
No. That's not the question. Would you rather be something they needed or have them be what you needed?
Oh, that's no.
That's the question. You stuck on that Facebook question.
My answer would still be I would rather be what they needed
than have them be what you needed.
I would rather be the need.
As opposed to them being the need.
Yeah, yes, I'm fine with that.
Oh, boom. I accept the excellent answer. It was like you kept trying to not say it, like it was some weird shit going on, but you just said it.
I landed on that answer, though.
You would rather be what they needed as opposed to having them be what you needed.
I think I'm similar. I would, in that question or the other question, I would probably rather be everything that my partner wanted, but I think that's how I'm wired. And I don't think it's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? So I would preface that. I think my issue a lot of times is I lack selfishness. I think a lot of times you need to have selfishness. So I would love to, to have that feel that, that that's what they wanted. Like it gets my rock, even sexually and all that, all that shit, like you feeling a certain way, like gives me power. So, but I'm not sure that's right or wrong, but I would say I would probably rather my my partner, I'd be everything that they wanted. Because it would fulfill me in a certain way, in a selfish way.
I hear that. And I am really torn on this, but this is how I came to my conclusion because I couldn't answer the question.
Okay.
I came up with it and couldn't answer it. I asked JB. I'm like, I can't even answer it myself. Should I ask this question? I don't have an answer. This is what I equated it to, and I don't know if this is fair or not. See, I can call me out on this if it's not fair, but this is what I equated it to. In theory, you would love to be everything your partner wanted or everything your partner needed. Like, who wouldn't want to be that? But that's how I feel sexually. Like, I love to please. And it's mainly, it's ego for me. I mean, you want your partner to be pleased, but you also want the satisfaction of pleasing them. And, you know, and if you throw a fetish in there, then it's over the top. But what I noticed was I was so pressed about a woman's orgasm and how many times they come and just so focused on that I wasn't really getting pleased. And I was like, one day I had like a weird encounter, not really a bad one, but just like I didn't do nothing for real. Like, you suck my dick and we fuck. Sex used to be way more than that. Bitch used to lick my chest and kiss my ear and lick my ear and kiss my neck and rub my back and it used to be more of an exchange. It's like sex now is, well, if you have foreplay, is I eat your pussy, you suck my dick, then we fuck. And that's just sex. And it's like, dog, I got a whole body. My knee might want to be touched right now. You ain't touched my knee. You just go and you didn't kiss me or you went straight to my dick. You just went straight to sucking dick. Like, I got toes and ankles. And this one got scars on it, so cute. You just go up and down the scars. Like, I'm just saying, don't give me no mic. Don't give me no mic.
You feel like a woman like intimacy.
If that's the correct term, then yes. I also found, and this is where I gotta take some blame, because I do get so overzealous and so come a billion times, and then if I'm fortunate enough and that happens, she's like, "You want me to do what now, nigga? You just been fucking with my pussy like." I don't have no energy. I don't have no energy now. Now you want me to give you some head, or now you want me to be romantic. I feel like doing all that shit. Yeah, I done came 5 times. Like, what the fuck do you want me to do now?
You gotta check your ego. You gotta check your ego.
Yeah, I think that I gotta stop trying to be super Mr. Make You Come.
A lot of times men do that, like not men, but just certain people with certain personalities have it sound like you you just feel like you have to be one up. And I feel like, because I do it at times too, I feel like it's a form of selfishness on my part. Like, well, I don't feel like I deserve, to be as satisfied as you. Or I want to one up to say, hey, well, you came twice, I came once. Like, hey, you still win. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, so you can't hold it against somebody.
Yeah, I think with me, what it mainly is for me is like, I don't really think, I assume once I get in the pussy, I'm a nut. So, but it just hit me one day. I remember I was dating this chick in high school, and this is totally random, but this is what I told JB earlier. She was like 18, I was like 15, but I lied to her about my age because I was all my big cousins. So we all 18. Really, I'm 15. All the girls are 18, all the dudes are 18, and then me, the 15-year-old. And we in the car driving the girls home. I didn't fuck her that night. I don't think nobody fucked that night, but we kissing. We all in the same room, in the living room. Yeah, ain't nobody finding none of that. And she was licking my ear. And that shit was driving me fucking crazy. I thought getting my ear licked was better than the head. Like, I was on my fucking, like, I'm like, fuck. And then I was like, when's the last time a girl licked my ear? Now, I don't even know if I like it anymore. But I don't even know the last time it happened. And then sometimes you get with a woman and she'll massage you and she'll touch you and she'll caress you. And like, I used to think it was some pause shit, but I don't know more. I actually like it. Like if I'm laying down on my side, like watching TV, about to go to sleep, and the girl scoot up behind me and put her arms around me, like put a pussy on my ass and shit. But just like, I even like that little level of intimacy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I started noticing like, it really be robotic. Like somebody, nah, let's fuck. Somebody, nah, let's fuck. It's like you can put your mouth in a billion different places.
This nigga knew growing up and shit.
Like I said, I'm over here like
this shit is emotional.
It has been more intimate for you before. Like
this shit is emotional right now. Like I'm growing up and shit before I very fucking eyes.
Lord.
But I mean, of course, I've had my moments and pockets and different particular partners that care or that think outside the box. But I've been women that's like, I do the best shit ever. I suck the dick and I'm pussy great. And it's like,
killers. So that's the shit that pissed you off.
You say so. If you say so.
When you didn't got mad though, like sorry, sometimes you just got mad though.
I got so mad.
I gotta fix myself.
He had real high expectations for something, and it did not work out the way
that shit be pissing you.
I started hitting old girls like, hey man, how you been? What you been up to lately?
You in a bad mood though. Like I'm like, look, that certain shit gets you in a bad mood.
I'm proud of him though, because it was at one point in time where if he didn't have sex like every 2 to 3 weeks, he was just a cranky motherfucker. He was like intolerable. But he's gone longer than that now without sex, and so he's not intolerable. Huh?
Oh, okay.
That was a compliment.
That's your position.
You have no idea.
Oh, you saying you wait? We're okay.
Man, like, there's some truth to that, and I didn't know that. And they were like, "You ain't gonna pussy this week." I'm like, "No, I didn't." That's why you act like that. I'm
like, do I gotta pay somebody? Fuck it. I'm not doing it.
Let me call one of my girls over here.
I need you to take this one for the team.
Hey, we all putting in. Like, look, call the 5 of it on. Like, we all putting in. He been real extra.
But I mean, yeah, I guess. Long story short, I just how I came to that conclusion was I noticed I put how I felt to the back burner. I didn't even know I was doing it because I got so much pleasure out of pleasing a woman that I forgot. Oh, there's other pleasure for me other than just making you come, bitch. Like things feel good to me. You ain't doing them. And so now I think my expectation with sex is just a little bit different. If the woman's idea of foreplay to me is going straight to my dick and sucking it, I'm just like, all right, man.
I'm gonna let you do it.
I'm gonna let you do it. But like, I got fingers and toes and knees and ankles, armpits. I got a back. I got a chest. I got a belly button. You know, like it can't just be straight to my dick. That's some lazy,
I think it speaks to how much they're attracted to you.
If they go straight to the dick?
Mm-hmm. Versus like whether they take the time to like really like kiss all over you. Yeah.
I don't know that's true because I don't know women who just sucking dick and ain't attracted to the nigga. You're not attracted to the nigga?
I'm not saying not.
You're just sucking dick.
I'm saying there's levels of attraction.
We live in a different world today.
Sometimes some people you are way more. You can't tell me that there are people that you feel like a real strong connection to versus somebody that you're just kind of like sexually attracted to. I'm talking about somebody that like checks all your boxes. You connected to them mentally and all that shit. The sex is way different than someone you're just physically attracted to.
A touch from somebody might be equivalent to head from another person.
Because I know, like, I can speak for myself. There are definitely varying levels of intimacy. There are some niggas who I like. If I feel that real strong connection to you, I'm gonna take the time. I'm gonna take the time to kiss all over you, to actually like kiss you, like lick on you, and like make it a thing. But if I'm just like trying to fuck, then like there might be just some head on from both of us.
We doing a damn minimum.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's it. Like, cause
you get to, then we do the thing, and then that's it.
A sexual transaction. Like we're attracted to each other versus somebody I'm really fucking with, and we like really connected like that. It's gonna be totally different
I gotta agree with you, but I think what I've noticed, I think more of my experience has been me making the focus more the woman and not and not even speaking about what I wanted, because I was just focused on the woman. Like sometimes I have sex and sometimes I talk my shit, I'm talking, I'm being loud, I'm doing my shit. And sometimes I'm just focused. Bitch come, bitch come, bitch come. And I'm not even talking or moaning or nothing. I'm just focused on that. And then I'll like go into a trance. Like I'm in a you gotta come trance. And then I'll come out of it like, nah, I ain't talking shit tonight. I ain't even say my little bitch like this. I ain't say nothing. I just was, I'm focused. And I think that is more, I think that's more the thing. Because usually, like, I don't know. I think the women that are interested in fucking me, I think their level of attraction is at a certain place. Because I think, that's what I think. I don't think women just be, shit, I don't think.
I think Mel answered this shit. She the woman. I think she. That's right.
Especially after talking to like my friends, I know I'm not in like the minority here.
I think from the male perspective, same thing. Like I can hit a chick and, but you know what I'm saying. You can I can have a date with a chick, and I come home and feel a certain way, and I can actually hit a chick and come home and like. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think, you know what I'm saying? I think that level, you know what I'm saying? Like, you yeah, I hit her. Yeah, so you hit her? Yeah, I did, but it is what it is. But I can go out on a date and have a conversation, sit down, we can vibe a certain way. And I'm like, that level of arousal was completely better than actually going all, you know what I'm saying, from a sexual standpoint.
Yeah, but I think that there's a difference. Like, the pretty girl, Niles, whore. She loved me. You know what I'm saying? That just ain't in her repertoire.
But it wasn't reciprocated from you. Your part, right?
Well, for a second it was. For a second we were looking at things and doing things, but there was a thing that came up about kids that kind of made it. But prior to that, it just ain't her arsenal. Like it's not that every woman has that in their arsenal or know to do it, but every man has it in his arsenal. And like women complain all the time that men don't know what the fuck they're doing. So does that mean that every nigga that didn't eat your pussy right just didn't eat your pussy right?
And here's the thing though, with that being said though, while it's not in her arsenal, I'm sure she felt like she had a better connection with you than she did with some other people.
Right, but my point is, it wasn't in her arsenal. It had nothing to do with the level of connection. It just wasn't in her arsenal. Because essentially what you're saying is any guy that gives you bad sex, just didn't really fuck with you like that. Nah,
that's not what I'm saying.
We wouldn't say that. Yeah, I know I wouldn't say that.
That's not what I'm saying either.
Okay, what I'm thinking you're saying, if they didn't go, I don't want to say above and beyond because that should be the norm. So it's not, I don't view it as above and beyond. I don't view it as like this thing. Like, I think some people don't have it in their arsenal. Like there's some women who are like, nigga just put his dick on, put it in him, no foreplay, he don't kiss my shit, but he could be in love with you. He just don't know how to fuck. You know what I'm saying? Okay. He think that pull my dick out and put it in the pussy, she should be wet because I'm here. And it's like, no, you got to warm her up first. And then when you teach a nigga that, he like, oh, you got to actually do foreplay and warm her up and get her aroused so that when you do, you know what I'm saying? So I think both things are true. I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong. I'm saying two things can be true. It can be, that just ain't in their arsenal. And it can also be, well, they're saving that for someone else. I think both things can be true. What I'm speaking to, though, is women that I don't really think is in their arsenal because certain pretty women, pillow princesses, they don't have to do anything. Niggas be so excited to fuck them that they can literally just lay there. You know what I'm saying? Like you know how women say broke niggas got the best dick? Like ugly girls got the best pussy. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't nobody trying to fuck them. What?
I would say two.
I'm just saying they gonna show out because the pretty girl, everybody want to fuck her. Everybody want to do this. Everybody want to do that. And a lot of times, like now I've come across some pretty women that
awesome.
Cut him off. Cut him off. Oh, okay. I heard you. So there's never it's never everybody. Cut a mic off. It's never everybody. But there are certain women who just get away with not having to do that shit. And that's why when you find a pretty woman, like a really attractive woman that is going in, it's like, did you think you were ugly when you were a kid or something? Like, why are you doing all, like, goddamn?
No, she just enjoys sex.
Yeah,
I agree. But there are women who don't know all the shit to do. Like it's men that don't know all the shit to do. But I think it's both. You can make it 50, 60, 40, whatever. But there's a percentage of humans who will love you, but just don't know what the fuck they're doing. And they don't know how to really do all that. And then there's ones who are saving that for someone that's not you. Both are true.
But I agree with that completely. And I think it's two different connections. Like sex is an act. I think the person who truly loves you, even if everything is not there, I think they're willing to give a certain level of effort.
Unfortunately, that's not enough.
But I think if they hit your connection in certain ways,
sometimes they can't though.
Yeah. If they're not hitting your connection in no type of way, that's different. But if they hitting you intellectually, spiritually, and all that stuff, and you telling me, hey, sexual, you know what I'm saying, I like to do this. I just feel that person will put in the work eventually to get there.
Some things aren't in you.
For the right person,
I think some people just need to be taught.
Yeah. No.
I agree.
Some things aren't in you. Some things ain't you.
Nah, fuck that.
No, when I talked about dirty talk, and then she go, "I'm your whore." That's not. She tried. She tried.
That's
it just wasn't. It wasn't in.
But a person that connects,
just like the right teacher.
Yeah, or a person that connects 90. A person that
sometimes,
connects 90% of the time.
Sometimes it ain't in people.
Yeah,
so you think it's in? You think it's great sex the way I like it is in every single human?
I think.
Yes or no?
Yes. I think people are capable of having great sex with the right person.
Because I think
maybe you just weren't the person for her to bring that out of her.
So the niggas you complain about to me, you think fucking the shit out of other bitches just couldn't fuck the shit out of you?
No. Yeah. Well, yes. Because there were other bitches who probably loved it. I'm just not the person for them.
I think everybody's body
everybody's different needs.
Has different needs. So I think the person who loves you will formally, you know what I'm saying, like would change to get to your needs.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I don't think everybody's a fucking porn star. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't believe
everybody's
in that.
not a porn star.
But
for
I'm saying,
everybody. Just like a few weeks ago, you said there was people who you felt like you were like the greatest ahead and and then you realized that there was somebody who was like, if this is a little bit too much, it's a little rough. You weren't the greatest for them. I think that's applicable to everybody. Like you're not gonna be everybody's not gonna have a strong sexual connection. There are some people who are more better connected than others. And so I think it's possible that while you may have these expectations for people, they just don't live up to them because they're not the right person for you. And somebody else can bring that out.
You learn people's bodies. Like you learn like the type of sex and all that stuff that you know what I'm saying, that you like, you've learned. Period. So you didn't start that way either. So that's why I feel like it's learned behavior. So I feel like the person that's willing to go.
Right, but some things are just not people's cup of tea.
Yeah.
And
this
is what fucked me up the most. I had a girl who.
What's she saying again?
I'm not sure. But I was just saying, there are people who
women that try. There's women that try. That was sincere effort. Like I respect it. That's sincere effort. A for effort, but it just came off totally wrong. Like I don't believe that everybody is good at everything. I just can't rock with y'all on that. I just can't.
No.
We said I don't think they good at everything. But I'm saying I feel like
you're saying they could be. Yeah, certain things certain things or everything.
If I'm not a great free throw shooter, I agree. I'm not, but I feel like I can learn to be
a great free throw shooter. You can learn to be great.
I'm saying some people have better sexual chemistry with other people, and maybe it just wasn't you that brought it out of them. That's what I'm saying.
I think some, you know what I'm saying, 13, we learned and kind of come.
So the dudes that you didn't have good sex with, you just didn't bring it out of them?
Yeah, we just
vice versa.
well connected.
Right. Or you didn't give a fuck to do it. I think that's the biggest.
But no, I ain't have dealt with women that have like. I had a woman cry because she couldn't make me come. She stormed out of my house.
How long have y'all dealt with each other before?
For months. And when we first started fucking, she was fire. When we first started fucking, I was like, who are you? And then overall, we dealt with each other. We dealt with each other for over a year.
It can take longer.
I understand what you're saying.
When it clicks,
this is what I'm saying. That has nothing to do with my point.
I got you.
She cared. She was trying. She wanted me to be pleased. And one particular time, she felt like, fuck, I've tried everything. And she started crying and she stormed out. And she came back 20 minutes later. But like, she cared. She tried. She just didn't do it for me. At that point. So I don't, like, I understand what Mel's saying, but it's not my experience.
Did she connect with you in different ways? Like,
we hung all the time. That was like my little nigga. Yes, we connected in different ways.
My little nigga, that's different than like we connected intellectually. Like nigga, you read 1 million books.
Okay,
like you know what I'm saying? Like
not quite like that.
Intellectually, you're a certain level. Spiritually, you're a certain level. You know what I'm saying? Like if she connect with you in those ways, and you telling me she was we was working towards that. I just feel like she can get there if she was knocking out the park in other aspects. That's what I mean. From what you're telling me, she wasn't knocking out in any of the aspects.
I don't think that's the case. With her, I do think that I was like, I'm not going to wife her. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like that, but I don't. Like I always say, I don't really date strangers. So it don't be like just random bitch I'm fucking. It be like we homies. We do shit. We hang out. You hang with the crew. Like I don't. It's very rare that I like meet a girl, get her phone number, and then fuck her. You know what I'm saying? Usually I see her a couple times with Mill, then I start talking. Whoa. I was known as the pickup artist.
30 years ago.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That was about 30 years ago. I gotta be honest. You kind of have a point. No, I wasn't 30, it was like 20. But see, you got a point. But
20, 30, that's the range.
Wow.
I mean, think about it.
No, I'm free.
No,
and you selling a lot.
It's not.
So like, when we get out of these streets, you understand on that shit you talk about.
No. No. You know what? Don't ask nobody. Don't ask nobody. Whenever we go out, whenever we go out,
you telling me, hey, certain motherfuckers, and I'm gonna be honest with you, you're gonna lose points. Be careful if you tell me to ask to certain people.
I'm just saying, ask what I do when we out. They can tell you what I do. If we go out and eat, if we go out to a bar and I get 2 numbers at night, they can tell you what the mouthpiece like. They can tell you what happened.
You ask niggas that don't go. Oh, did New say hi to somebody? Like,
no. Did New get the number and did he fuck her later? That's the question you should ask.
And you said, and within 20 years, that wasn't. All right, we gonna see.
We gonna see. We gonna be out. We gonna be out here. We gonna be out here. We gonna be out here. I'm single, nigga. I'm single, nigga. Yeah, we about to find out. We gonna see. We gonna see what you do with J Lew. J Lew, what it do? We gonna see. We gonna see. Hey, I'm approaching.
I ain't stealing nobody's buddies and none of that shit.
Well, I do that too. I do both. They call it encroachment, nigga. Encroachment. Off sides, not more side. I'm almost trying, nigga. But I don't know. I guess we fundamentally disagree on that. Or I think everybody experienced it. I think that like maybe like in most of my situations, because I've had women that we didn't even have no bond. We just had fun sex. So when the sex I complain about is typically because if it's just a girl I just fucked and it wasn't that good, then it doesn't matter. Okay. Who cares? It's women that like me or that I like that when it's not good, it matters. If I don't like you and we fuck, we might do it twice, and then after that, I'm gonna tell Mel about it, and then I'm never gonna talk to you again. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not. I don't understand why it's not good. When I'm concerned about it, I usually like you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said like Mel, like it was your connection. I don't really believe that because typically the women that I don't jive with either I don't give a fuck, and so it doesn't even become a conversation except a joke, or I really like them, and I'm sitting here like, fuck. She this, she that, she this, she that.
You can really like and not be sexually compatible with.
That's the ones I'm complaining about.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
That's what I'm speaking to.
It's just there's just something about the sex where it's not personal. It's just y'all two just ain't compatible. Like,
right. It's because I'm a freaky ass nigga. I'm into and every man freaky, right? But every man ain't my freaky.
Every man is not freaky.
Well, you know how niggas talk. You know how niggas talk.
I know how they talk, and I know what the reality is.
Right, and the reality is
How do you handle it?
How do I handle what?
Somebody that you really fuck with and the sex is not there. Because I'm fucked up in a way where
I just be sad.
Okay, all right.
Like I just
because I don't express myself as clearly and as good as you do.
Yeah, well, I tell them I'm like, well, I set the expectation.
I be scared I'm gonna hurt motherfuckers.
Yeah, I set the expectation before sex. I said how I deal in relationships, even in friendships. I set the expectation. This is where I'm at. This is the code I'm by. Like if we out, and we get to rumble, or if we out, I just set the expectation.
Just let the next one happen. Don't bring that shit up on the like, hey, when we get in here to doing this shit, nigga. Hey, you better bring it, motherfucker.
I don't do that.
Like, nah, that's what he said. Like, he's like, hey, I'm up here. So if you get in this back room and you fuck up, and you just know
it's not happening more than twice.
2 times.
So this is what I try to do because one, I like to do some
express yourself.
I like to do things that you can't spring on a woman. I think I made a joke on the podcast. I had a homie who we was talking about. He ever choked a girl, and then we all said we was gonna try it, and then he just choked her in the middle of the sex randomly, and she was like, "What the fuck are you trying to kill me?" But like with me, with me, I tell women I'm in the choking. I'm like, "Come here real quick," and then I just like the lightest, most feathery touch on her neck. Like, I'm a light choking you. She's like, "Oh boy, shut up! Oh, he's so silly." And then I'm like, "No, I'm serious." Like, and I do a little drip, and she be like, and it'll be like, "What the fuck did you do that for?" Oh, I can't go that hard with her. Or it's like, oh, you like that? See, you could have did it harder. And so by the time we actually fuck, I know what her pain threshold is.
You don't build up the shit like I do certain shit. First time we grow to the second time, we grow to the third. Like you like fuck this shit.
Y'all saw what happened with Shorty. And Mel was like, you gotta stop giving them everything on the first date.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Like,
because
nothing left up to the imagination.
But well, they don't be strangers. They don't be strangers.
That's what? So fucking what?
But it's still a stranger to fucking them if that's your first time fucking. That's still a.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say it this way too. Like, and this is not to be funny, but I have a bag, right, of moves. Choking is like at the top of the bag. I got way more shit.
But you got years to do it.
Right. Like
years?
If you really are fucking with somebody, you got time to break out all that shit. Like you don't have to give them the
There's no way you're supposed to do that shit on the first. Son,
you got to touch the boundaries.
Unless y'all talking some weird shit initially, it's no way you should be choking a bitch on the first time.
First run.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's no way.
You agree with this?
Yes, you fucked up. And
you know I agree with it because I've had that's weird you shit. Are giving them too much on the first
I got these moves. I'm using my top 10 night one. What the fuck do they have to live up to? This nigga. You're choking on day one. You can't get a lot.
And you know what? The world of absolutes. It is, and I've told you this before, where it's like all or nothing. There's no gray area with you. There's like it's like you have to be all of this, or it's like nothing. And you need a gray area. You need a gray.
You've never had to bail him out.
You've
never had to bail him out.
Like, of jail?
Yeah, like you've never had to bail him out of jail.
JB bailed me out.
Okay,
Other niggas I've definitely had to bail out of jail.
Night one,
but
like,
I'm just saying,
you start with that like, hey,
he's
this is my beginner move.
Is 0 or 100.
My beginner move is this level. What?
You know what's funny? What Ramel just said about my nickname in high school was Taz, like Tasmanian Devil, and I said Taz was an acronym for the A through Z. You're gonna get A or Z, like TAZ, the A and the Z. When Drake made a song 0 to 100 real quick, I was like, he's writing a song about me?
That is
Why is he writing a song about me?
It's absolutes.
He waited till like 8 hours to do that shit.
And there's definitely a lot of area, a lot of room in between the 0 and the 100.
You started choking.
No, like
he started at 97.
No, I do the play choke before we ever have sex, just so I see where you at with it.
Yeah, and then you choke her on the first time.
You're fucking nuts.
No.
Hey, yo.
Okay.
No.
We need a fucking intervention.
You gotta relax, yo. You need to pump your brakes.
Hey, yo.
I'm using your shit against you.
That shit's at least like, nigga, this is like the second quarter. Like, you supposed to have, hey,
you gotta kick it up
do,
a notch.
Y'all do missionary,
starting out of
head, all that shit.
Like we starting at 100.
You going up there, you get a little longer, some shit like that. Nah, not new.
It's full throttle. I'm choking bitches. Get over here.
Nigga, that's a finisher move. Nigga, you saw Mortal Kombat, that's a finishing move. This nigga said,
Don't give me no buzzy. Just don't give me no buzzy.
Hello.
Don't give me no mic.
Like soft or hard right here. What the fuck?
Because it's, to me, you know how I look at it, and it's probably the wrong. Obviously, it's the wrong way because how y'all respond.
No one knows how you look at it. You're the only one. I want you to know this before we leave this podcast. No, you're the only one that looks at it this way. Just know that. Like, I don't want you to justify. I don't want you to make it think like me and Mel agreeing.
Because we've been agreeing all episode today.
It just has nothing to do with us. We did not talk about this shit prior to the podcast. This is all you.
But you know what it's like? It's like I'm gonna go to what's that little restaurant, Seasons 52 or Port Calvin's. That's what I want to eat at. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go there with you, or I'm gonna go there by myself. So I'm going to Port Calvin's. I like the food. I like choking. I like spanking. I like all this crazy shit. I'm gonna do that with or without you. But if you go to the restaurant with me, you can probably eat some chicken.
There are 1,000 other places you can go to before you get to Port Calvin's.
You wouldn't even get nobody a motherfucking cleaning off at hello.
Who?
You said one of the chicks. You said you wouldn't give her a house cleaning before day one, but you would start choking on day one.
It's ready to choke.
What we talked about last week, hypocrisy defines prejudice. This nigga, he got some work to do, man.
You know what? Thank you for tuning in this week. We are never doing this and that last again.
Hopefully,
I turn this all on me.
Hopefully, me and Mel, you got you to come to your senses.
So, how does a first night compare to you to a now? For the record, the first night I don't do everything.
I'm not even really sucking dick on the first night.
Yeah, me neither. Well, I'm never sucking dick, but I mean. Yeah. But look, so like, but to me, having oral sex is if there's an intimacy scale or weight scale, that comes after choking. I don't think that you eat the pussy and then don't choke. I think you might choke but don't eat the pussy. Like I wasn't even eating pussy until like I liked you. Because in my mind, I'm like, man, I don't know pussy. And then a girl was like, oh my gosh, you're the greatest ever. And I was like, I should start doing this more often. I didn't know I was this good at this.
Yeah.
And then I got like
you were the only nigga doing it.
The only nigga
doing it that early, yeah.
That wasn't on the first date. This was in relationships, and I started hearing like, so I'm really good at this. Yeah, I gotta know if this is true or not. I know this is true. I'm telling you, my ego, and I'm thinking you can all test my ego. I just wasn't eating, girl. I was like, I mean, ain't that bitch like, what the fuck? What the fuck you think I am?
That was when we was young, though.
Nah, I was into 30s. And that's when I found that I was really good at eating pussy. And I was like, if I'm this good at this, I should use this.
You have to lead with this.
Yeah, like I should use this more. Not lead this, not lead with it. Not lead with it. But why am I not doing it? Because it kind of be like, because you like to, you want what people.
If you got the audacity to choke a chick, you better have eaten the pussy.
Nah.
I know for myself,
Nah.
I'm really good at giving head, so I'm definitely not doing that on the first try.
Or at the very least, you don't give an A.
Well, yeah, that. So
at the very least,
there's a thing where like remember you asked me, you was like, oh, you did that with so-and-so. I was like, no, I didn't. I ain't never do that. You assumed it. But like, there's a thing, and I know this is not going to help me out. Y'all going to laugh at me even more now. But
you know who you are.
But
you know who you are.
If I really, really like you, or you're really, really pretty, eating the pussy gonna come into play sooner, because I wasn't even doing it. Like when I was young, I had a extreme disrespect for women. So it was like eating that bitch. You know what I'm saying? It was like macho, beat your chest shit. So I was like, I've had sex with women and they gave me head and we fucked for years. I never ate their pussy because my ego just was. I'm new to the mayor. Now I'm now the insurance guy now, not new to the mayor anymore. So I don't carry myself like that. But there was a long period where I was just like, why would I eat? Like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, I mean,
there's one celebrity in this room. You know what I'm saying? And I know that's crazy, but this is how I thought when I was younger. And a little bit of that still comes into play with like random hookups like that. But if I know, like, if me and a girl talking and we both like, dog, I'm gonna do all this shit to you. I'm gonna do all this shit to you, and we have like that kind of conversation. But that's most of my conversations. That could be good or bad. You can judge that. But we are not. Women aren't coming into my house. I'm going into their house, and we're going to sit down and watch Netflix, and then maybe he'll try to kiss me. We are talking about me getting my ass licked. We talking about some shit.
He is focused on getting his ass licked.
Actually, I'm about to cut it.
This shit escalated quickly.
I'm just saying, but we're having those kind of conversations before we link up.
What are y'all talking about? Do y'all talk about hobbies and?
Yeah, talk about all that shit. My mouthpiece is crazy.
How much time do you
Mouthpiece
have?
Crazy.
But we're 2 hours in.
It could be. It could be. I don't fuck strangers. It be people I know. So we know each other for years. We just decided to fuck this time. So I know their sexual habits. They know. Well, we know what we tell each other at least. And then when we find this out, like, you know what? It's Monday. I'm horny. You be talking about that shit. You be talking about that shit. I'm coming over there.
I think sustainable relationships are built over time.
But that is time.
So
I told you it is time.
Sustainable. I ain't talking about 3 to 6 months relationships. I'm talking about years relationships take stepping stones. And I think you skipped a lot of fucking steps.
I can't argue with that. I tell you what, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna end the podcast here, but I'm gonna think about what you said, and I'm gonna respond to that next episode.
And what Mel said too, we were both on the same page.
Everybody listen to Mel.
You fucked up.
Everybody listen to Mel.
You don't like listening to me, but I be right.
It don't be right.
I be right.
Well, no.
I be right all the time.
A broken clock is right at least twice a day.